Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft The War Within, and our immersive story-focused playthrough. Whether you're new here or a familiar face, please enjoy the relaxing commentary of today's episode. And as always, I hope you are all doing well. And I thank you for joining me today. It means a lot. On the previous episode, we wrapped up the events within the Warrens, investigated Taylok, and would eventually discover a horrifying truth. The High Speaker has accepted aid from Xalatath, and now, unfortunately, we must stop him. We've met up with the others outside of the Stone Vault to make our next move. Let's get started.
I suspected we might need some assistance.
Moira informed us of the situation. We're ready to help.
Some aid from Adelgon up top in Dornegal. Let's speak with Brinth.
I speak for the machines.
The High Speaker and his followers will answer for their crimes.
Back to work.
I have to stop the High Speaker from making more Skardin. Machine Speaker protocol dictates that one of the foremen in this area should have the key to the Hall of Awakening. Come with me, and we'll track it down.
Task. We require a foreman's key to access the Hall of Awakening.
Brinth is coming with us. Let's speak with Moira.
Are you here to chat or
She's
work?
got a quest and some dialogue as well to go through.
May your hammer strike true.
There's a battle afoot. We need to assist machine speakers loyal to our cause and move against anyone defending the High Speaker. I'm going to remain and make plans with Adelgon. I need you to lead our forces while we're containing consequences of the High Speaker's actions in the earthen works. This is our first step in disposing him. We're putting a stop to his horrendous crimes once and for all. What do you say, Undead Adam? Up for a scrap?
We will survive.
No problem. Now let's listen to what Moira has to
The
say.
mountain lends us its strength. I can see how worried you are about Dagran.
I've got a lot to make up for. For a long time, I knew I needed to protect Azeroth. I gave up a lot. I gave up too much. I should have spent more time protecting you and Dagran.
Dagran's been through a lot too.
I know. I want to be here for him, as his granda. I wasn't responsible enough. That needs to change. I've spent too many years listening to Azeroth's voice. I'm glad I can listen to yours now.
Aye, Father. We'll figure it out together.
Very cool. Let's get right into the action now.
But no more. My task is done.
That'll be work delay.
No more.
My task
is no at last. I rest.
So far, so good. We're clearing out the area at a pretty decent pace. Let's work on running towards the foreman while we continue to complete the earthenworks objective.
But the machine, no, at last, I rest.
We're approaching.
Work delayed. At last,
Quartermaster Gessa.
Speaker detected.
Oh,
The high
it
speaker
looks like we didn't even
warned
get a
us
chance to
about
talk
you.
to her before she started attacking the other player. Well, it looks like we're going to confront her without hearing what she has to say. That's okay. Let's wrap up the remaining of the earthenworks, and then we'll turn these two in and see what happens next. I have to assume we're going to enter the stone vault at some point soon.
Violence rise. No.
Looks like we have other foremen to confront. But we can turn this quest in first before we head out once again.
Let's get down to business then. I dismiss you.
You've managed to drive out some of the High Speaker's most devoted disciples, and you've cracked some heads. That's a fine start, but there are so many, too many.
If you hear anything of note, let me know.
Looks like we've got a new helm equipped. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and find the other foreman. Took a little bit of a dive there. No matter, let's get back on our flying mount. And let's confront Foreman Oten.
You should have remained on the surface, Speaker Brent.
Alright, he's gone. And we've got Foreman Uzjax, who we met, I believe, at the beginning of the zone. I guess he's still truly dedicated towards the High Speaker. I guess that's no surprise. Though he doesn't appear to be where he's supposed to be. Maybe he's already been killed and needs to be respawned? Or no, he's down here below.
Not working, I see. Brinth, I don't know what to believe anymore. My efficiency is impaired.
Well, that's good. So he might actually turn back to our side.
Take my access key. Never did like the High Speaker's pomposity.
Interesting.
The machines must be
This
preserved.
should get us into the Hall of
The
Awakening.
High Speaker must be stopped. Regroup with Moira. I'll head for the Hall of Awakening.
Looks like Uzjax here has something for us.
Keep it quick.
Speaker Brynth's impulsiveness is getting the better of her. You'd best return to your comrades and let them know of her intentions.
Watch your step.
Okay, same thing. It's interesting that we got an additional quest for that. I just assumed that Brinth would just give us the follow-up, and that would be that.
Work delayed.
In any case, we have returned to everybody else. So let's speak with Moira and figure out what's going on.
The machine.
You need a hammer? Or an open hand? You may take your leave. Mind yourself, champion. We need you.
We've done our best to contain the High Speaker's followers. We've hampered their efforts at destroying or looting anything they can take with them into the Hall of Awakening. Now we just need to deal with the leader of their forces before they can coordinate a more unified resistance. Are you ready? Defeat Supervisor Varric and his forces.
The
Sure
three
thing.
hammers stand as one.
You dare challenge the will of the High Speaker? Suffer for your hubris.
Let's see how brave you are when your protective shield is gone.
Slag and rust. This isn't over. The High Speaker will hear of this.
Well, I'm listening.
It looks like we're heading a ways north. Let's get on our flying mount and get over there quickly.
We've caught up to him. Champion, take him out. I'll guard the rear.
Trying to figure out where he's gone. Is he up? Don't see him up here. Perhaps down below? Interesting. Feel like we can't be in the right place. Don't think that slag elemental is the answer. Interesting. I don't recall any specific directions here. This is another place that we could be. Well, there he is. Okay, so we are supposed to be here. A little unclear, but we made it. Let's go ahead and take out Supervisor Varric.
Must get away! Deviants!
Compose yourself, champion. The enemy advances. Looks like Varric's machine is still usable. Use that mechanical contraption to blast them to scrap.
Aye, aye. And we press forward to speak with Moira at the stone vault exterior.
You address the Queen Regent of the Dark Iron Clan.
The Ringing Deeps should be safe, for now. But the High Speaker, we need to follow Speaker Brinth into the Hall of Awakening.
I dismiss you.
No time to catch our breath. The High Speaker is fleeing to the Earthen's most sacred machine. We need to follow him. Remember, we're doing this for the Earthen, for justice, for all brothers and sisters and comrades who've fallen to the High Speaker's hubris. Confront the High Speaker inside the Hall of Awakening. And we're gonna get a blue trinket out of this too. Really cool.
We will survive. We always do. Brinth is already inside the Hall of Awakening. Let's move!
Let's move.
I can hardly believe it. This place dates back to the time of the Titans.
Time for that later, Dagrin. We've a fight in our hands.
Very cool. We've got some sort of instance scenario here with the Hall of Awakening. It's not a delve. It's not a dungeon either. It's kind of like its own thing. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's take on the High Speaker. Let's see how this story wraps up. This should be the last chapter.
High Speaker Auric refuses your entry. High Speaker.
Lead the way, champion.
Intruders, activate the defenses.
Deactivate the defenses. All right. We're getting shot at by a lot of stuff. Let's get all this under control.
Champion! Those bombs have enough firepower to destroy the turrets. Hurry! We need to catch up to Brinth.
Into the next room we go.
We're near the stone vault. That's where the dormant earthen are stored.
And if those earthen awaken at Scarden,
Get those doors open, lad. And fast.
This configuration? I've read about this. Proper alignment of the runes should open the way.
Looks like we may have some sort of puzzle on our hands shortly.
Twisted into something they never asked to become.
Feels like we can't do anything with the console just yet. Let's clear out the rest of the room and see if there's anything else.
Almost done here. Oh, I was just thinking. Almost done here.
Now this is a good defense quest. So lots of stuff coming out to hit us.
I've got it. We can proceed.
so many Scarden. If only we'd known about them sooner.
Love this music too. So epic. Perfect for a scenario like this. Let's keep going. Entering the Annihilation interface. Let's go.
So you're relentless, vindictive, and misguided. Perhaps my golems can show you the error of your ways.
This is it. Enter the final chamber of the Halls of Awakening.
I'll be damned if I let Bryn's people be turned into monsters.
This room seems different. Do the walls seem older to you?
I've seen rooms like this before. There's Titan machinery in here.
Outside the earthen rebuilt the machines, but the oldest ones remain unchanged.
This is it. I'm getting towards the finale now. Defeat Master Machinist Dunstan. Alright. Let's go.
It is time to step down, High Speaker. Everyone knows what you've done.
What I've done? Saved us all? I have found a path to our salvation.
You would have us all live as Spartan.
Better to live as a Spartan than die as an Earthen.
Time to confront the High Speaker.
It is done! Now, with this power, all Earthen shall awaken.
We've lost them all. It's over.
Granda, you can stop this. I've seen you wield Azeroth's gift. It's you. You're the only one who can save them.
Magni. It is time.
Azeroth, let your blessing pass to them.
You did it, Granda. You saved them.
She let me go. You woke me. Who are you? I'm Magni. Magni. But who am I? Whoever you want to be.
I was trying so hard not to say anything. What a great ending to the zone. That was fantastic. We're back at Gundergaz now, it looks like. I'm assuming we're going to have to speak with either Magni or Moira or both. Hopefully we get to talk to Magni some more. That's awesome after all this time. Azeroth releases Magni from his diamond form. That's really cool. Really cool way to end the zone. Really, really loved that. I wonder how much better this would all feel if we were taking on some more of these local storylines. Perhaps we'll learn a little bit more. I think once we complete the main campaign, there's a chance that in between the downtime we have with Blizzard kind of drip feeding us some more and more stories, the expansion progresses in between major patches. Maybe we'll come back and do some of these storylines if we have time in between those patches, just to learn a little bit more. But that was great. The pacing felt super good there. And I'm assuming once we turn in this quest, we'll complete the last chapter of this campaign. Let's go ahead and find out. And we do have one of the other delves to do as well. Maybe we can get to that in today's episode as well, so we can wrap up the rest of the Ringing Deeps, at least as far as the main story elements are concerned. Hopefully we'll be sent to the Stone Vault too at some point. Dark Flame Cleft feels like it'd be like more of a level 80 dungeon at this point, I feel like. So we'll see when they decide to send us back to these places. And then we move on to whatever the next zone is, which I assume is Hallowfall? We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and turn this quest in first and figure out what remains, if anything else.
Have you heard anything I need to know?
He's gone. He's really gone? As far as I'm considered, he just abdicated his authority. I don't know where he fled, and I don't care. Now that the Awakening Machine is operational again, we can step up and set things right.
May your hammer strike true.
Let's take a look at that trinket real quick before we continue. Nice boost of strength here. Your spells and abilities have a chance to embolden those around you, granting 1600 versatility split between you and nearby allies. Gotcha. So it's basically just a versatility buff for us since we won't be in dungeons, but it'll be split amongst the group if we were in a dungeon scenario.
Best mind your manners in the presence of a queen.
So it looks like Moira has a side quest and a main
Mind
quest.
yourself, champion. We need you.
Let's see here. My father thinks that while he and Dagran were dealing with the Skardin to the south, he caught a sensation of his old hammer, Fearbreaker. He said it slipped out of his fingers when Dalaran crashed, and it's been bothering him mightily. The hammer belongs to the Bronzebeard clan and has for generations, but he hasn't himself lately either. He hasn't been himself lately. I'm willing to have a look so he doesn't worry about that he might have missed it. Meet me down at Camp Murrock. I think that's the optional storyline here. I'm not sure where that's going to lead, so we'll just deal with the main story first.
The three hammers stand as one.
The undead of the hour. We were just discussing you. Moira nods towards Speaker Brinth. There is some unfinished business for us to attend to now that the High Speaker's transgressions have been corrected and the Awakening Machine restored once more. Care to stick around?
Well,
The High Speaker has ruled for as long as any of us can remember. But he's no longer one of us.
well, Sounds like you need a new high speaker. And Brinth, you're the right earthen for the job.
Me? Elaborate.
You cared for your people like no one else has. Not by commanding, but by understanding.
Then you know I will leave it to my people to decide.
Something tells me they already have.
Honor Guard, reporting for duty. If you'll accept the position.
I accept. I am the High Speaker.
So pretty predictable, I would say. But still pretty cool. She's too unique of an NPC to not have taken up that role, I suppose. Would have been more interesting for her to be, or for this conversation to take place outside, though. I think it would have made a little bit more of a joyous occasion.
Best mind your manners in the presence of a queen. You may take your leave.
Alright, let's pick up Orientation Gundergaz.
Mind yourself, champion. We
Our new kobold friends have been moving into Gundergaz. They've also been gathering odds and ends from around the Ringing Deeps. You should check in with the Quartermaster. Go have a look at what they've collected, then we can talk about what we're doing next. I hear Anduin's around here somewhere. I suspect he has some plans for Hollowfall. We need all the allies we can get against the Nerubians. Yep, okay, so Hollowfall is next. That's good to know. Let's speak with the Quartermaster real quick. I'm glad that they, after you complete the campaign, they send you towards the Quartermaster, because by the time you complete the campaign, you've probably gained enough renown to at least pick up something here.
Ask where I got it!
In this case, we can pick up a neck piece, which is only marginally better than what we have, but I guess it's still an upgrade. You know what, though? This costs quite a bit of resonance crystals. Maybe we don't do this. I feel like those crystals could be spent elsewhere. So we'll ignore that for now. And then we'll turn this quest in. Let's get rid of the rest of the stuff in our bags first that we don't need.
Someone picky!
Looks like we have an idol. We already have this though, so I suppose we can delete it. This is for the delves for Bran. We still got this odd glob of wax. Nobles and Middles and Gundergaz may be interested in this, so we'll speak with them perhaps at some point. And we still have this candlelight as well in our bags. It almost feels like a toy kind of thing, but it's not classified as one for some reason. We'll see if that becomes useful at a later point. Let's speak with Moira again.
Have you heard anything I need to know?
It's good to make new friends. In the days ahead, we'll need all the help we can get.
You may take your leave.
And there's our achievement for the Ringing Deeps.
We will survive. We always do.
Let's see if there's any additional dialogue here.
So, now that you've changed, how do you feel?
I feel humbled. Like I've carried a burden for a long time. Like I've finally been forgiven. I've had debts to pay.
Forgiveness shouldn't be easy. When I was much younger, we clashed a lot. Some things, well, there were things I couldn't forgive you for. When you were in your other state, I at least knew you were learning. I didn't want to forgive you. And I didn't want you to forget what you've done. What you did.
What changed your mind?
Well, watching you and Dagran. He sees you differently than I do. He sees who you've become. You're here for him.
Alas, my old life. I can't live my life that way.
Aye. You need to be here and do right. For both of us. You can see how much you mean to Dagrin.
I understand. I've changed, and my life has changed. I don't want to live in the past. I want our family to have a future.
Then I'm glad we still have our future.
Onward and upward. On to the next adventure.
Very cool to hear those as always. I am very curious to see where Magni's story goes, if anywhere at all. If this is the end, even maybe. I'm sure we'll see him again in some capacity, I suppose, but... I mean, he's no longer the speaker for Azeroth, I guess. Well, right on cue, we've got our quest here for Halifal, it looks like, with Anduin. We'll come back to that a little bit. Let's take on the last remaining delve that we have here in the Ringing Deeps. I feel like there's still so much of the zone that we just haven't seen yet. So yeah, so we're entering the waterworks now. It really feels like we haven't seen much of the zone. We've still got all these bits here to the south. We have an entrance here over to Ashkahet, it looks like. Although I'm assuming Ashkahet is a lower level. In any case, let's enter the delve. Oh, we've got a nice little debuff on top of us. That's not good.
That device keeps us safe from the poison. Hold on to it.
God, it's another one of these instead of a candle. We've got an air totem. Let's speak with the foreman.
Make it quick. We're busy.
You might be a solution for this malfunction. Kobolds have desecrated the waterworks and kidnapped several workers. I ask that you save our workers and defeat the kobolds. The gears must grind again.
Keep me informed.
Careful! The totem's power will drain whenever you take a step.
Yeah, this is exactly the same as the candle. Alright, so we're rescuing workers this time around. Let's take a look at the delve itself. A couple hallways, couple rooms. Let's get started.
They'll maybe using that move. Time to go all out! Here's your take of the spoils!
We're moving into the next room. So mine some quick bismuth. Magni helping us out a little bit. Moving towards the next big room. And we've reached our checkpoint. Repair our gear real quick. And we're going to head down the last hallway into the final room. Alright, their leader is up ahead. Very, very good. Let's pick up our final air totem. And there he is, Mr. Waxface. And that's the waterworks. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. Bran just picked up a new ability, Kill Shot.
Nice fight!
That one was probably one of the more boring ones, I would say, for sure. The aesthetic.
Have a quick sit down to recover.
Yeah, I mean the aesthetic of the place definitely makes sense. I guess I just didn't have as much fun with this mechanic as I did with the candlelight one, even though they're fairly similar. I guess I just like the theming of it better.
That's more like it.
I think it's a little bit more interesting than just clearing, I guess, like the poisons that are around us. This place doesn't feel very poisonous. I guess that's kind of the thing. Like, why would there be so much poison when there's also just so much water around? So our rewards, we picked up a homebrewed blink vial. It teleports you 6 yards or until reaching an obstacle. That's very interesting. I'm not sure how useful a 6-yard blink is. Even on a class that can't normally use blinks. I'd be curious to know where that's usable and not usable.
Fantastic!
I just picked up a new combat curio, Idol of the Earth Mother. Brand spells and abilities have a chance to awaken the idol, shielding an injured player for 15% of their missing health. That's fine. And another trinket. Yeah, we've just been getting a ton of these trinkets. It does give us our main stat instead of a secondary stat, so we're going to use that, I think, over the crit. I think that just makes sense. So that being said, let's get out of here. Yep, we are ready to leave.
You'll find me wherever the action is.
Well, let's see. Threats of Zekfir. Someone's watching us. They put this chest here for us to find. Let me know when you're ready. I'll trigger the trap here just to see exactly what is going on. If this is a quick one, we can probably take it.
Keep your eyes on the horizon.
Brand Bronzebeard in the Explorers League. Cease your explorations. Otherwise, you shall face Zekfir, Hand of the Harbinger. We are watching and we are waiting. Maybe a future delve? I wonder who Zekfir is. Maybe he's, you know, I've been hearing about this potential right-hand man of Xalatath, I guess, in a way. Supposedly the guy that, that's the secret, like, 13th delve or whatever it is. That's the thing that I think a lot of players are considering to be, like, the mage tower of the War Within. So I guess we'll be seeing more and more of him, but I think that might have been the first time we've actually seen Zekfir. Unless we just haven't been paying attention.
Are within our grasp.
So that's that. You know, it's kind of at this moment in time that I would, you know, we're kind of done with the Ringing Deeps as far as the main story is concerned, but it's something, like, I really want to be able to explore the zones, but not with dragon riding. I find it odd that you can't switch flight styles until you unlock Pathfinder for the War Within, which is just, it's so weird to me. You know, I want to be able to hover, similar to this, but I kind of just want to be standing still, and I kind of want to find a nice high spot and just, like, look around and take in the sights. I guess it's just a little bit harder to do when you're skyriding. I'm also curious to know what these skyriding glyphs actually do. If you essentially have all of them already. I'm not exactly sure what purpose they serve. Yeah, we'll see at what point we can actually unlock, you know, the ability to switch our flight style later on in the expansion, because I would love to come back and explore these zones in a little bit more detail. For now, though, we are parked right inside Gundergaz, right next to Anduin, and we're going to be starting the Hollowfall campaign in the next episode. Guys, I hope you enjoyed The Ringing Deeps as much as I did. Really enjoyed that finale. Really enjoying the War Within in general so far. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.